Hi, welcome to the Recovery Daily Podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Abbasi. I am a grateful recovering alcoholic and stroke survivor. And for those of you who are listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, there's a party going on in the background. So I hope you can hear me. Yeah, you have to look at the video. Anyway, today I wanted to talk about how when something disturbs me, there's something wrong with me. So this is a concept that I have heard in the program and I battle with it. I start thinking when something disturbs me, it's because somebody else is an idiot, you know? But when something disturbs me, there's something wrong with me. And today it's 4:40 p.m. I'm recording, and the reason why I'm recording so late, because I like to do it in the morning right after my meetings, is because I had picked out my Happy New Year party to go in the background of my Zoom video, and I was getting ready to hit record. And I thought, what's more important right now, that I call my sponsor or that I record? And so I closed the screen and called my sponsor. One, because I'm all wrapped up in something in my mind and I can't let it go. So I needed to talk about it. And it helps. It really does help. I haven't been wanting to call her because I didn't want to have to open it up, open up that can of worms, I didn't want to have to look at it because it was going to be annoying. It's going to be annoying to look at the thing that's bothering me and talk about it. So I had been avoiding it. I've been avoiding it for days. And two, I haven't been calling her. We decided we were going to talk after our meeting every Saturday morning, and we weren't able to talk this Saturday because there was a group conscious meeting. If you're a part of AA, then you know what that means. If you're not, don't worry about it. But so we couldn't talk right after the meeting, and then I told her I was going to call her, but I didn't because I was preoccupied. My daughter was here sick. My husband is sick. By the way, they are both still very sick. He is a couple days behind my daughter, so he is just really, really suffering. My daughter is continuing to get a little bit better, but she did go to urgent care to see if she had bronchitis. She does not. So they said, just keep taking your Dayquil and your NyQuil, and it will make its way through. It's tough. It's tough to watch. So I hadn't called my sponsor because of this stuff. And really, I hadn't called my sponsor because I was making excuses. And you just heard them. I just talked to you about what the excuses are. I have been letting circumstances dictate my spiritual condition. I have been thinking, I've had crazy, unrational thinking. And by that, I mean, I'm assuming what other people's thoughts are, and I'm assuming what other people's intentions are. And that is impossible. You are not going to end up in a good place if you're spending your energy trying to assume what other people's thoughts and intentions are. I heard this morning something that I hear all the time: feelings aren't facts. That's something that I battle with too, because I'm like, well, it's a fact to me. No, it's not. Like, feelings are something that I create from my perspective on a circumstance. And it's not the circumstance, it's not the fact. The feeling is what I have learned to build within myself regarding something that's going on. And it's based on my experiences in previous similar circumstances. And all that to say that even without alcohol, I have a thinking problem. And this shows me that I have a thinking problem. Um, I, when I called my sponsor this morning instead of recording, I told her that, I said, I haven't wanted to call you because I haven't wanted to face the issue. I've wanted to just let it live, just let it hibernate, I should say, inside of me. That's what all of that ickiness is doing. And when I let it hibernate, it goes deeper and deeper and deeper down into um, that dark place that I talk about on here. Um, and when I say, when something disturbs me, something's wrong with me, it's because there's something I'm not dealing with. If something is disturbing me, then I'm not dealing with it in some way, whether that means I need to call my sponsor, I need to talk to whoever the person is in the relationship, seek professional help, or do some light work like meditate on it or pray on it. Um, my sponsor recommended that I write a letter to whomever it is that I'm disturbed by. I don't have to send the letter. It's just good to get all those feelings out. And I'm like, yeah, that's a really great idea. But I think what I'm going to do instead of writing the letter is I'm going to record like I do for my podcast. I'm going to record what I want to say to the person, just to get those feelings out. And then I'm going to send her the recording and or I might just call her. Why not, right? Just call her and just pretend like she's the person and what I would say to her. Or say to the person. The person is not necessarily a her. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it. I'm not just saying that I'm going to do that because I need to focus less on the stuff that I can't change and focus more on what needs to be changed within me. And the only way that I can do that is to get quiet with myself, is to do the work, is to practice the steps. I heard this morning, my topic in my first meeting was acceptance. And it was talking about that all or nothing attitude. And that's where I'm at right now, is that I have that. I was thinking depression is my diet of choice. And when I get depressed, I know that I'm going to stop eating. And for some reason, a sick reason, I like it, you know? If I don't practice acceptance, if I don't say, okay, I've taken care of the situation, I've done my part, I've cleaned my side of the street. I need to accept that I can't change people, places, and things. Specifically people. I can't change people. I can't change what they're thinking. I can't change what their intentions are. All I can do is respond thoughtfully to the circumstance and let it go. If I don't let it go, which I heard this morning, they call it a dry bender, going on a dry bender. Man, that hit home for me. I've been going on a dry bender. That means I'm not drinking, but I'm having alcoholic thinking. I'm having that that stinking thinking. And when I do that, it precipitates depression. Um, I don't want to be depressed, but yet there is a part of me that is comfortable sitting in depression and it doesn't want me to get help. It wants me to it pulls me in. It's like quicksand, and it's quicksand that I have a sick relationship with. Um, so what I need to do is the all or nothing thing is like I either want to sink into my quicksand of self-pity and you're not good enough, or I want to let it go and I want to be totally fine and ignore what's wrong, But neither of those are good for me. What works best for me is a gradual process. That's what has worked best for me with my program. That means that I pray every day about it. That means I meditate every day about it. That means I talk about it no matter how much everybody's sick of hearing about it. And that means I'm talking about it to the people that are in my network of people. And it's a gradual process. I say the serenity prayer all day long if I need to, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I can't change. That's so hard. It's so hard to accept the things that I can't change. I can't change somebody else's behavior, somebody else's thoughts, and somebody else's intentions. And I have to have the wisdom to know the difference. When I'm walking through my day or I'm in a relationship, I'm in communication with this person, I need to know, um, is what's happening something that I could have influence over or not? Most likely the answer is no. And then I need to practice acceptance, accept the things I can't change, the wisdom to know the difference. What I need to, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. There you go. Whoa. Um, Yeah, so gradual process, doing all the things. Step 10, that's the thing that if I really am getting honest with myself, I don't do a step 10 inventory anymore like I was when I first started this podcast. I had that little prayer that I said every night before bed. Um, and I haven't been saying that. I actually have it on my wall right beside my bed. So I need to read that, saying these things out loud, I need to do this, I need to do this, doesn't mean that I end up jumping right into it, but I am acknowledging that I haven't been doing a step 10 before I go to bed every night. And that's something that I really did for a long time, religiously, consistently, and it was really helpful. So maybe I'll just take that thing off the wall and put it beside my bed so I can read it. Um, so acceptance leads to emotional sobriety, and that means that my irrational thinking will start to dissipate when I accept that some stuff is not mine, it's other people's stuff. And it's not my business to try to fix it. Right? Focus less on what I need to change in the world and instead look at what needs to change in me. And another thing I heard of today, which was really nice for me to hear, is to give grace to others. Others are allowed to have issues, other people are allowed to be off balance. There's a lot of really hurtful stuff that goes on um, around us to people that we love, and we don't carry that grief and disturbance with us. They carry it with them. And sometimes I forget that that stuff can really lead to disturbing relationships on other people's sides. And I need to give grace to them. The only reason I'm here and I have the relationships that I do today is because so many people gave me grace, because I was very sick, and I still have stuff that I carry around in my pocket too. And when that stuff gets disturbed, I need to call my sponsor, and hope that other people will give me grace. And I need to do that. So this was good to talk about. And one thing, so before today's New Year's Eve, so likely many of you won't listen to this until tomorrow, but what I heard in, I don't know if somebody said this or if it was in a meeting or in a reading, but it was that this is the second bonus round of my life. I've done it. I'm a dual survivor, alcoholic survivor and a stroke survivor. This is the second bonus round of my life. And I'm doing it, I'm making it. And I deserve to congratulate myself on this hard stuff. And I hope that for New Year's that you all are spending a moment to congratulate yourself for all that you've done this year, because it's been a lot. If you sit back and just think about it, it's been a lot. And I'm not the biggest New Year's celebrator, because I'm pretty adamant about the fact that this stuff that people want to do on New Year's, like a New Year's resolution, or uh, looking back on the year and stuff like that, I really feel like we have to do that on a daily basis. I feel like resolutions need to be done on a daily basis. And I feel like looking back needs to be done on a daily basis. And as soon as I hit stop recording, I'm going to go take that step 10 prayer off of my wall, and I'm going to put it beside my bed so that I can read it every night again, because it was so helpful to me. So let's do it. I have some new stuff coming this coming year, because I like to start a new season at January 1. So we're going to be going into season 3 tomorrow. That's so exciting. That's so unbelievable. Season 3. You know what I thought? I thought if I just keep doing this every day, that it's inevitable that it's just going to go viral. It's not. It's not going to go viral. But I've had some really, really strong relationships that have been built from showing up for myself and for you every day, and for you showing up for me and clicking the play button. And it just means the world to me. And I'm going to keep going, because it's helping me stay sober, and it's helping me stay emotionally sober too, and keep in line with my purpose, which is to not allow my pain to just be pain. I want it to help another suffering person in recovery. And that's why I show up here. So happy New Year. I hope you all have just a grand old time tonight. And I will talk to you tomorrow.